Yeah.
Alright, ready to watch these videos?
Yeah, so we're gonna be trying to figure out the fucking Five Nights at Shitty Freddy's story.
This is fun on my birthday. Oh, guess I got FNAF.
But the first video seems to imply that the series was based on an actual incident that happened in 1993 at a Chuck E. Cheese. And yeah, it's the idea of Mike Shit being the killer and this being a haunted dream thing isn't true, definitely, because of future games. However, I do think the actual series was based on that event. I mean, the 1993 is a dead giveaway, and considering Scott Cawthon was deliberately trying to make a horror game based on Chuck E. Cheese and stuff, it would make sense for him to look up like events that happened, and then it would lead him into finding that.
Yeah. Alright, ready to watch the second one?
Yeah.
On the 9th of December 2014. Ready?
You might want to turn it up a bit as well.
I'm here to answer any questions the game may have left unanswered. The game's developer, he's a pretty tricky guy. Don't worry though, we'll get everything cleared up. Oh, and watch out for the puppet.
I love the old Game Theory intro.
Of course you do that, man.
Well, I like the new one as well.
Hello, Internet. Welcome to Game Theory, the show that promises not to include any more gratuitous jump scares, unless that's just what I want you to think, so I can lull you into a false sense of security and scare you again. But I won't do that. I'll just let the uncertainty of whether a jump scare is going to happen or not drive you insane for the rest of this episode. Man, I love reverse psychology. You know what else I love? These games! Not because I'm freaked out by the rosy-cheeked, tingle-looking, emotionally dead animatronics. Okay, well, Balloon Kid is pretty messed up, but whatever. No, what I appreciate about these games is
Balloon
the level
Kid?
of thought that went into every
Balloon shit.
element of the story. When you create a game that has people rage debating about whether it's a sequel or a prequel, you've definitely done something right. Unless that was never your intent, in which case you've done something horribly, horribly wrong. Anyway, the point is, Five Nights at Freddy's 2 looks to be everything you'd want in a sequel. More cameras, more danger, and more fan. But that also comes with more questions. Questions about the game's lore. And while others will provide you with the jump scares, I provide you with what everyone really wants.
Hey, I'm glad I'm not so good.
And the educated subset of you really want answers. So grab yourselves a slice of Freddy Fazbear's signature pizza, because we're about to dig in. Ugh, tastes like cardboard. Let's get the big one out of the way first. Is the game a sequel or a prequel sequel? And what I mean by that is, contrary to popular belief, just because it has a big 2 slapped next to the name doesn't automatically mean the game comes after the first one in a timeline sense. It's a sequel, yes, but it tells a prequel story. For instance, these all-time classics.
Like Hello Neighbor Hide and Seek. And Retard Season 2. People don't know this. Retard Season 2 actually happened before Season 1.
Fuck.
People don't know this, but it's actually true.
He's bullshitting,
That
by the way.
messes with the timeline, guys, doesn't it? That makes you go, oh no, what's really going on in the retards? Well, yeah, and Season 4 actually happens after Season 2. The latest thing that's happened right now is Season 3. Season 7 happened like 100 years ago, but Season 5 is actually just happening next year. So that's the real lore.
Guys, ignore what Chungus just said.
Shut up, stop ruining everything.
Father Part 2. All of them sequels that
You're weirder.
happen to also be prequels. It's not mutually exclusive.
Shithead.
So where's Five Nights at Freddy's 2 fit in? Knowing its place in the timeline is crucial for understanding its story. Well, to figure that out, let's focus on the paycheck you receive at the end of your fifth night. The date places the events of the game in 1987, a whole 6 years ahead of when we determined the first game took place in our first video. Sounds like a prequel, but we found that date in the first game by calculating Mike Schmidt's hourly pay and comparing that to minimum wage of the 90s. If Scott Cawthon, the game's developer, is just picking random numbers for the payments, this bit of evidence would be meaningless. Except that he's not. $4.50. Divide that by the 30 hours worked, and you get $3.35 an hour, the exact minimum wage for 1987, which means that us using minimum wage calculations to identify the year of 591 is a perfectly valid